Hello, students! Today our theme is Space Facts. Здравствуйте, ребята! Сегодня тема нашего урока – это факты о космосе. Firstly, let's listen to Harry asking for information about a school visit to a planetarium. Для начала давайте послушаем Гарри, который спрашивает информацию о школьном визите в планетарий. Затем совместно выполним задание. Слушайте, пожалуйста, внимательно. Let's listen. Слушаем.
Good afternoon, Intex Science Centre and Planetarium.
Oh, hello. My name is Harry Wright. I'm a teacher at Verdean School. I would like some information about the activities going on at the planetarium at the moment.
There are a number of live shows like Neighbourhood Earth and Alien Worlds. The first is about Earth and the stars. In Alien Worlds, you visit the other planets.
That sounds good. How long do the shows last?
They are about 25 minutes long and there is a 15 to 20-minute break between each show.
OK, and can you tell me the opening and closing times of the planetarium, please?
Of course. We are open every day from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. However, we close for 1 hour at 10 a.m. for cleaning.
What about the price of the tickets? Are there any group discounts?
Tickets are £6.95 for adults and £4.65 for children. If there are more than 10 children, then tickets are only £3.50 for each child.
Great. One last question. What's the best way to get to the planetarium from Winchester City Centre?
Well, there is a bus that leaves from the train station every 10 minutes. Taxis are also available, of course, but the bus would be cheaper for you.
OK, thank you very much.
Now let's answer to 5 questions. The first question. In alien worlds, children can visit A. Other planets, B. Earth, C. Stars. Choose the correct answer. Выберите правильный ответ. The correct answer is other planets. Okay, the second question. Each show lasts about 15 minutes, 25 minutes, or 20 minutes. Well, each show lasts about 25 minutes. The planetarium closes at 10 p.m., 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. B. 4 p.m. In a large group, a child's ticket costs. Choose the correct answer. In a large group, a child's ticket costs 3.15. And the last question. Последний вопрос. The best way to get to the planetarium is by train, bus or taxi. Of course, the best way to get to the planetarium is by bus. Thank you! The next task for you. Watch a video about space facts. Посмотрите видео о космических фактах. После чего вам необходимо будет выполнить индивидуальное задание.
Space facts. They were small steps for one man, but they were giant leaps for mankind.
The Eagle has landed.
Today, we look at some facts about man's exploration in space.
2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
People talked about space travel for hundreds of years, but the rockets were not strong enough. On March 16, 1926, Robert H. Goddard, an American professor and physicist, launched a liquid-fueled rocket for the first time in history. German scientists followed his example with the V-2 rocket. This ballistic missile was the first object to fly into space on October 3, 1942. Soon, the space race between the USSR and the United States began. The Soviet Union launched the first man-made satellite on October 4, 1957. Less than a month later, Laika, the dog, was the first animal in space. On July 29, 1958, the Americans created the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA. The next year, the USSR's Luna 2 was the first spacecraft to land on the moon.
Soviet Russia scores a dramatic victory in the exploration of space with the launching of the first rocket to hit the moon. An historic scientific feat simulated in these scenes, which show the course of the multi-stage rocket carrying the 858-pound Lunik.
The 1960s was an important period for space exploration. On April 12, 1961, the Russian astronaut Yuri Gagarin was the first human in space. On July 21, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first humans to walk on the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
By the mid-70s, the space race ended when the two superpowers joined for the Apollo-Soyuz test project.
Let me call to express my very great admiration for your hard work, your total dedication in preparing for this first joint flight.
During the 1980s, the Americans and Russians worked together to create many space shuttles and stations. The Mir space station orbited Earth from 1986 to 2001. Cosmonaut Valery Polyakov spent 14 months on board that craft in 1995. 3 years after that, the larger International Space Station launched as a satellite and research lab. During the 1990s, projects like the Hubble Space Telescope showed us detailed images of the universe. As the new millennium began, the Near-Shoemaker robotic space probe became the first to orbit and land on an asteroid. Space tourism became a reality in 2001. Millionaire and engineer Dennis Tito visited the International Space Station. Within 3 years, Spaceship One gave its technology to Richard Branson's space tourism company, Virgin Galactic. In 2004, the Opportunity, one of NASA's 2 Mars rovers, discovered the first meteorite on another planet. Humans began searching for planets that look like Earth by launching the Kepler Space Observatory in 2006. In the early 2000s, China got involved in the space race by sending its first astronaut into space, and later by establishing a lunar exploration program. In 2011, NASA ended its space shuttle program by retiring all its orbiters.
And nose gear touchdown in the end of a historic journey. And to the ship that has led the way time and time again, we say farewell, Discovery.
That year, the US also sent the Curiosity rover towards Mars, and Russia sent the biggest ever space telescope into orbit. Humans have always been curious about space. Despite some tragic mistakes, scientists will continue to wonder at the limitless possibilities space exploration has to offer.
Very well. Match the years to the events. For example, 1957. Choose the correct answer A, B, C, D or E. Например, 1957 год. Что в видео говорилось про этот год? Посмотрите события под буквами A, B, C, D или E и выберите правильный вариант.